Alright, this is my Code Crew journal for the end of week 7, I believe, where we have finished up the invitation period, which is kind of wrapping up this week, where we'll have interviews with the 3 teachers of the class about how well we did and if we'll be invited back or not. And so obviously I'm nervous about it, and I hope I did well enough. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. This week we have stuck with Django, and we're going to be sticking with Django for a while right now, because it is a lot of back-end stuff. And so far, it's been progressing very well, like, in comparison to how it was at the start. It's way easier now. Now that we're actually doing code stuff and whatnot, but rather than just figuring out bits and pieces, and we've gone over just more of how it works and whatnot. But that's the primary thing. The big thing is we took our invitation period tests Friday, and I apparently passed completely, and it's really good. But that's beside the point. We went over just CRUD, and we finished up on making complete applications with that. We learned more about forms and what's the word? You learned about injecting web page changes into our code from HTML, which was very useful. We learned how to do it in the database through HTML, which was really cool and whatnot. It definitely is a bit easier than having to build individual. We learned about extending pages via HTML, so you don't have to sit there and constantly write out different things and whatnot, which would be a lot more easier for making stuff consistent, because then all you really have to do is work on CSS for a single page and then have the content in that page stay the same. Or you can have the content in that stay the same all the way through, but when they change pages, the layout of the page stays the same, but the content in the page can change, which is very useful, especially when you'll have a bunch of information that you want to consistently stay in the same position and whatnot. With the forms, we learned how to save information to the database, and just in general with that, save information to the database using models and forms, being able to edit those forms and create new ones, and how to iterate through, which we already knew how to do that. It's just doing it in a different way. And we learned a bunch of tools to use when manipulating those models, which is extremely useful too, especially when we're building our CRUD applications for all of it, especially with things like filter, so you can single out stuff and whatnot. But other than that, it's been a standard week. Nothing else really going on. But yeah. Alright, well, that's it.